So this little excerpt I'm going to read is from this kind of rock star section of the book, and if you want to check out any more stuff, it's there's this website badbadbad.net, and yes, okay, let's try this. All right. Cyrus started dating a girl and all but disappeared, blowing off voicemails, texting just to pitch a gig he booked at the end. His latest, Children's Crusade Tonight, Swan Song, Come. He'd written earlier on how the venue had been sold and the new owners were replacing bands with karaoke. I hadn't seen him for some time, and live music made me feel alive. I was sure this was exactly what I needed. The club was not what I remembered, a wannabe venue for wannabe rock stars, no different from the church or the mall or any of the rest of this southern country with its comfort of conformity. I had to restrain myself from hocking on the mirror behind the bar. The room was 3/4 full of strangers with wires in ears, cans of piss in hand, arms strapped across chests. They barely talked to each other, most staring at themselves. It was still hot as hell. Indian summer, the locals said, might last through Thanksgiving. Everyone's sweat nasty in tank tops, t-shirts, and cutoffs. Big hair country heaving from the jukebox. Shortly before the Children's Crusade set, Cyrus showed with Babe and some other girl and a guy I didn't know. Despite the distance between us, it was good to see them. He ordered drinks for all. Jim Beam double shot with gingerback, especially for me. Where's your girlfriend, I said. She's out, he said, not enough like you. He pulled me close and told me how he met the girl he was with on Fallen Angels, this social networking website for extreme desires. The guy was her husband. He wanted to document his wife and Cyrus, night on the town, start to finish. I hailed the barkeep for another round. Babe led us to the stage front where we elbowed for space among the zombies. I watched Cyrus with his adulterous date. Mouth up to her ear, open palm on the small of her back. She wore a bare midriff denim top, black cowgirl boots with long pointy toes. Her ass in the jean skirt was white girl flat, disproportionate to her breasts, softball round, hard like granite. A little blonde guy with a thin mustache, greasy sideburns, and a trucker's cap was videotaping with his cell, the husband. Don't point that thing at me, I told him. No worries, amigo, he said. I clutched my glass with both hands. When the band came on, the audience barely noticed. No applause like before, no shout-outs or boot stomps. I tuned in to the singer to take me. Dressed dark in an Ultra Boys cassock, Shay snatched the mic from its stand, glared at the crowd, her face black like tar. Red, white, and blue halo on her head, circles round her eyes, static gray-washing the wall behind her. A laptop synth brought white noise to the visuals. We palmed our ears, tightened our breath for a good 5 minutes, until exhaling for us all, she whispered, "Fuck all y'all." Her bandmates blitzed us with sirens, artillery fire, thunderous detonations as the static morphed into mushroom clouds, carpet bombs, arrhythmic pulse on the bass drum, marching beat snare, our star-spangled anthem splattered into epic nuclear sunsets. All the while, the singer stood tall, right hand raised in grim salute, stiff as a Gitmo corpse. The wall behind her filled with bodies sprawled on the sides of roads, crunched into hospital corners, face down in schoolyards, kicked under market stalls, contorted in prayer, piled up naked Barbies in an American girl's closet. The stage blacked out, death masked for a beat, then blood everywhere, as Shay screamed bloody sickness. Hate makes the fucking world go round. The tune stirred up a pit, death masked for a beat, then blood everywhere, as Shay screamed bloody sickness. Hate makes the fucking world go round. Should I say it again? No. The tune stirred up a pit. I bowled into the thick of it, blinded, horns down, hooves kicking anyone who dared cross my path. The set swung wildly from Armageddon soundtracks to blistering punk with cracked church song choruses. I recognized Daddy Let's Play While Mommy's Away, but most of the tunes were new to me. I was surprised by what Cyrus called the uber-heavy politics, samples of recent broadcasts by the Commander-in-Chief reworked into a numbing loop. Coalition forces stand united. Our country should take pride in killing, peace and justice. Watch what you say. Watch neighbors, family and friends, the American way. God willing, we will rise together and kill and kill. Kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. More than half the audience fled before the music was over. The band closed with an unusual hybrid, more mash than medley, Folsom Prison Blues and Prince's Kiss. Dedicated to all the victims of sexual assault perpetrated by military personnel, government contractors, and citizens turned savage in this endless war. Initiative for peace. Bah! As the black and white names scrolled in the video, Shay testified from her soapbox. These ain't just words on a wall, but real men, women, and children whose tragedies are on record thanks to Human Rights or Us, an NGO on the front lines of war crimes around the world. Donations accepted at the merch booth. The song caused a riot. When the singer called out everyone's favorite line, "Shot a man in Reno," what was left of the crowd blew up. First there was hollering and shoving, then vowels flew like grenades. They're flying, can you see them? They're everywhere. I spotted Cyrus leading the girls to an emergency exit while his date's husband hung back to score the violence. Swept up in the fury, I elbowed him in the front teeth, spun around, grabbed the back of his head, yanked him forward and thrust my knee into his diaphragm. As he crumpled, I smashed the side of his head until he hit the ground. Then I kicked him in the face. He never saw mine. I salvaged his cell from the mess on the floor and ran after Cyrus and the girls as the white noise played on. Names of the casualties crawling the wall, wandering souls in a world without God. The parking lot was electric, everyone blurred, weeping, wailing, wounded. "Where's Ronnie? Where's Ronnie?" Cyrus's date, a bawling broken record. "I don't know," he'd say, "I don't know." Finally, Babe slapped her. "Get a fucking grip, girl." This started a brawl. A smacking, punching, biting, spitting, hair-pulling cat fight right there in front of us, free of charge. Cyrus and I exchanged looks that sanctioned Babe kicking her ass, which she did, until shots rang out from inside the club. Everyone froze for a heartbeat. Then it dashed for the road before the law came down. We ditched the fallen angel on the asphalt where she cradled her head and rocked, "Ronnie!" When we were on the freeway, they called me on my cell. First thought on hearing the ringtone was how cool my upgrade would be once I switched over my number. I didn't have video, or rather, I didn't used to have it. Thank you, Cyrus, you immoral bastard. We agreed to meet up at the Denny's in town. I cued a gangsta mix, pumped it through the pickup's blown surround sound. "Hey, rock star, who are you when you don't give a fuck?" Thank you.